Okay guys, I have a confession to make. Drum roll. This summer I gained 7 pounds. But it's not what you think. I've already lost it. And I'm here to tell you how I lost 7 pounds in 7 days, and it was easy and there was no struggle, and now I'm back maintaining at my ultimate goal weight. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel, everyone. My name is Kathleen Hart. I'm a mindset and weight loss coach, and I help women transform and change their lives by getting into alignment with their goal weight, reaching all of their health goals, and just thriving and maintaining all of their weight loss with ease. We do this by mindset repair work and getting an easy, actionable, doable plan that just feels so easy, you can't help but stick to it. This is the new way to diet. And if anyone is interested in working with me, all of those mentorship links are always linked down below. But today, I wanna chat about 7 pounds in 7 days because this was so easy. And again, we always have that limiting belief circling, I think, that the first 10 pounds are easy, the last 10 pounds are so hard. Well, I'm here to debunk that right now and tell you guys exactly what I did, exactly how it happened, and then exactly what I did to just fast track back down to my ultimate goal weight. So first off, how did it happen? I was on vacation a lot this summer. I was chilling. I was hanging out. I maybe slacked a couple of days on my water. It wasn't as consistent as it usually is. Same thing with my steps. I may have been getting steps on certain days, but then other days, there was a lot of relaxation going on. My food, I did the best I can. But when you're low carb and you're also on vacation, or you're not in your house making every single meal, it can sometimes be hard to know the ingredients in everything that you're eating, but then to also know if the restaurant's low carb is the same version of my low carb. Like, I don't know exactly what they're putting into their vegetables, so that's where it can kind of get a little dicey, and my results showed for it. Did I have the best summer ever? Yes, I'm obsessed with the summer I had this year. It was so much fun, but again, you have fun, then you get back to work, you know? You get back to what works. That's the key here. What I've realized in my weight loss journey, and then now my maintenance journey, I've been maintaining my weight loss going on. We're gonna be hitting the 4-year mark in early 2025. So I've been doing this for years now. I lost my weight after the birth of my second baby. I went from over 200 pounds down to the low 130s, and I'm back there now. I've been maintaining that for, like I said, over 3 years. And the biggest key to maintenance is to remind yourself that your body wants to rebound back to that lower weight. Your body wants to get there. So what's holding you back? Your mindset. Your mindset and your actions. Because if you think the actions are gonna suck, and then your mindset doesn't believe that you can lose the weight or rebound back to that low number or lose the weight that you know you're capable of, you're not in alignment. We need to be in alignment. What the heck does that mean, Kat? Alignment means you have a goal, whatever goal it is. In this case, we're talking about your goal weight. Have your goal and you believe you can get there. You're in alignment, right? But if day to day you say things to yourself like, oh, this weight loss journey is going so slow, or, you know, I don't get to eat the foods I really want to eat. I don't even believe I could reach that goal weight. Yeah, that's like a fantasy. Like, yeah, that'd be nice, but like, I don't even believe I could get there. That's not alignment. When you have a goal and then you believe, hell yeah, I'm getting there. I just have to put one foot in front of the other every day and do what I gotta do, and I'll get there one day. That's alignment. Not really stressing about how you're gonna get there, when you're gonna get there, just knowing it's possible, knowing it's gonna happen, and not throwing up all of the doubts and blocks and resistance that's gonna hold it back from you. And while you're losing weight, it's really good to get into this mindset of maintenance. I talk to my clients about this all the time because we've gotta let maintenance be normalized even though you're not at your goal weight yet. Start thinking about your maintenance self now, your goal weight self. Think about them now and how you would act, what you would say, what you would order, how you would feel, how your day would look. Start thinking about that now. Because, spoiler alert, your maintenance number, your goal weight number, is going to fluctuate a little bit the same way it fluctuates throughout your whole life. So we need to not be scared of the fluctuation. We have to know exactly what to do if and when that happens. And that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly how I lost those 7 pounds in 7 days. So let's talk numbers real quick. My weight got up to 139, where I usually maintain around 130 to 135. That's usually my swing numbers. So normally I'm 132, 133. I went from that to 139 after my crazy summer with vacations, and now I am right back down to the 132 mark. So how did I do that? Let me break it down for you in each individual step that I used to get me right back to my goal weight. You guys, it doesn't have to be hard, especially if you don't think it's hard. Well, that's obviously the first step. Don't think it's hard. If you think it's hard, it will be. So in my case, I went into it going, I can do this. This is no big deal. I'll lose the weight, no problem. This is easy. And then actionably, do what works. Do what works. When you were losing weight, or in my case, when I was losing weight, I had specific pillars that I stick to that made me lose weight quickly, efficiently, easily, no deprivation, no crazy cutting calories either, guys. Like, I eat a lot of food. I didn't stop eating food. Like, this is nothing depriving. This is nothing that's gonna be a quick fix. This is just doing what works for me and my body to just boop, fast track back down to my lowest weight. So what works for me? Number one, tracking my food and tracking my food religiously. Like getting out my app, I use MyFitnessPal, I pay for the annual membership so that I can scan my food, and it's just super easy. They do have a free version if you're looking for a way to track your food. Definitely check out their free version. I love MyFitnessPal, and the more you use it, the easier it gets because it will store your foods that you eat all the time. It's so easy. So I went back to making my food myself, which always helps, and then I tracked everything in the app. That lets me know exactly what my numbers are, exactly how much protein I'm having, exactly how many carbs I'm having, exactly how much fiber, and exactly how many calories I'm eating. So when I stay within certain windows for all of those things, I know I'm gonna lose weight. So then I just have to eat the foods that keep me in those windows. That's it. Did I feel deprived? No. Do I still eat every single thing I want to eat? Yeah, I just make sure that for me, it's low carb, it's high protein, and it's in a great calorie range for me. And I know that if I hit those markers every day, the weight comes off very, very, very steadily. How did I do that? Troubleshooting, trial and error. And if you're in any of my mentorships, I help you do that. That's exactly what we do by creating that doable, easy plan. You've got to figure out what works best for you in your season of life. Whether you're 20 or you're 80, it doesn't really matter. You have to troubleshoot what works for you and your body right now. And that, I think, is a missing link. A lot of us who are, approaching menopause or in menopause, we want those same weight loss strategies that we use in our 20s and in our 30s to work, and they just don't. So does it mean you can't lose weight? No, it means you definitely can. Everybody can lose weight no matter what age you are. The key is what works for you and your body right now. Not what worked in the past, not what'll work in 5 years, what will work right now. So I tracked my food, and then I definitely made sure to prioritize my electrolytes. Today's video is sponsored by Element. I'm obsessed. I've been religious with these. Even through my crazy summer of all these vacations, I had an Element every single day. So when I was going to embark on this 7 pounds in 7 day journey, I definitely wanted to make sure the electrolytes were part of that. They are scheduled in. I'm dialed into my electrolytes because of all of the benefits that I see when I make sure that I'm super hydrated and that my electrolytes are balanced. Element makes it super easy because all of their packets are already perfection with the science-backed electrolyte ratio. So you're gonna get magnesium, potassium, and sodium all in a convenient on-the-go packet. You can mix it at home, you can mix it on the go, just mix it with cold water and drink it down. Each packet is gonna be between 0 and 2 carbs, so it doesn't break the bank when it comes to my carb amounts for the day. And the best part is the ingredients. So there's nothing weird, there's no weird ingredients in Element, there's no sugar, there's no gluten. These are great if you're vegan. They're also keto friendly and paleo friendly as well. So whether you are literally an NBA athlete or just a busy mom like me working out, trying to lose weight, trying to keep it together, Element is going to help you replenish those electrolytes that we so need. So before I actually started with Element, I was experiencing some crazy dehydration symptoms, headaches that came out of nowhere, Charlie horses in the middle of the night. Even though I was drinking a ton of water during the day, I didn't know what was causing these things until I started replenishing my electrolytes every day, and boom, all of those symptoms just vanished. And I have an amazing deal for you guys today. So anybody watching can actually use my link and get a free sample pack with your next order on the Element website. All you need to do is go to drinkelement.com/heart. So that's drinkelement.com/heart, H-A-R-T. I'll put the link on screen and I will have it linked down below as well. Definitely check it out, and thank you to Element for sponsoring today's video. So with Element and then with tracking my food, it was kind of like getting back to basics, getting back to that baseline, doing the habits that I know make me feel really good, wanting to do the habits because they make me feel really good, and just sticking to a plan again and having it kind of go on autopilot because I've done it before. I know that it works. So along with my food and my electrolytes, I also upped my water again. You know how it goes when you're traveling and the water bottles are $8 each and you don't bring your big Stanley because you're on an airplane. So it was a little bit more difficult for me to keep up with my 120 ounce water goal per day. I did the best that I could, but a lot of the places that I went also were really hot. So I knew I was, sweating and I needed more water. So it was kind of like a perfect storm. So when I did come back to my baseline, when I did get back home, I made sure to prioritize my water. I got back to my water drinking schedule. And again, I just felt so amazing. So got my water drinking back up to 120, drank those electrolytes, tracked my food, made sure I got right back into my calorie, carb, protein windows that I know work for me for success. And then I also got back to my amazing sleep schedule, which if you guys travel, even if you don't change time zones, sleep is nuts. Like if you aren't in your own bed, this is me talking, if I'm not in my own bed, I'm not getting really great sleep. I love my bed so much. So if I'm not in my bed, the sleep's not as good. You're also in an unfamiliar place. So you're like waking up like in a hotel room or someone else's house, and it can just mess with your sleep schedule big time. So when I got back home, I was like, okay, I'm getting back to my nighttime routine, my morning routine, just all of the things that I love to do that just make me happy, really. I've created perfect nighttime routines and perfect morning routines that I look forward to doing every single day. And I think that's the biggest key, is that if you want to start implementing healthier habits, healthier routines, you have to want to do them. Don't put a bunch of crap in your routine that you're not gonna wanna do or that you don't really enjoy, and then be surprised that you don't stick to it. Let's really open up our whole day and say, what about my day do I love? What about my day do I not love? What can I improve in those areas? And how can I just feel my best and do my best every single day to just stick to what works? Because at the end of the day, everything I'm listing today are things that work for me. So I know if I get my sleep, I'm good. I know if I hydrate, I'm good. I know if I'm in my windows for food, I'm good. What are those things for you? Start thinking, start getting your gears turning to think about what are those things for me and how can I really prioritize them and implement them into my day like right now. Because whether you're trying to lose those last couple of pounds or whether you're on day one, these tips are going to help you because you need to get into alignment, and this is how you do it. The next tip, definitely my steps. Steps are dicey when you're on vacation because sometimes I'd have days where I'd have like 25,000 steps, and then the next day we would do a pool day and I'd have like 3,000. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess it's all about balance, right? Like, you have to kind of laugh about it, but that's what vacation does. And then on days where you're traveling, maybe you're in a car for a long time, or maybe you're on airplane and then you're at the airport, you're in a car again, getting there. So those can be days where the steps may be non-existent as well. And I would do my best. I would try to prioritize my steps as best as I could, but it's kind of like sleep. It's like if I'm not in my normal everyday environment, it was hard. It was just a little bit more difficult. So obviously my weight from all of these things, like I know what works. I deviated from almost every single one of them besides the electrolytes. I will say I stuck to my electrolytes every day, but everything else kind of was like, maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll hit my steps, maybe not. Maybe my sleep will be great tonight, probably not. So all of those things that make my weight loss journey tick, it makes me lose weight. It makes me be able to maintain. If I started ticking them off and saying, not doing this, not doing this, not doing this, not doing this, yeah, my weight's gonna creep back up again. So it's a perfect example about when you find what works for you, you just have to stick to it. And when you deviate and when you do have a summer like mine where you gained a little bit of weight, you just get right back to what works and you settle into knowing what works. So I got my steps back up to 10K minimum. I like to get 13K if I can. That's like my new goal that I've been trying to implement the last couple of months. But that's it. Get back to my schedule, get back to getting my steps. Don't let anything stop me. Keep my watch charged and on at all times and just move forward. Keep on moving forward. And for me, if I'm home, if I'm working from home and I just keep myself busy all day, I can get 10,000 steps easily. And then if I prioritize an indoor walk on my treadmill, my walking pad, or if I go outside and do a walk, I can easily get to 13K, no problem. But steps are so important. If you're stuck, get more steps. If you're stuck, drink more water. You know, like all of these things are my pillars, but I've gotten these perfect windows for everything. So I know exactly what to do and to get myself back on track and to get the results that I know I'm capable of. So the next thing, you have to relax. You've got to relax. You can't be stressing about the fact, I never stressed for 1 second that I was 139. No, it didn't bother me. I was like, oh, okay. That's crazy. Now I need to get back down to where I know I belong, where I feel really good. But if you're stressing about the fact that you're a higher weight, you're going to raise your cortisol, you're going to start doubting, you're gonna take yourself out of alignment. You're gonna start doubting that you can do this, you're gonna start doubting that it's easy, and you're gonna mess with your mindset. And when we mess with our mindset, we mess with our results. And we don't wanna do that. We want our results to be easy and effortless and just 7 pounds in 7 days. Isn't that the goal? Doesn't that feel so good? And when your body's used to being at a lower weight, you wanna rebound back there. And you will, but the key is keeping your mindset clear, keeping your mindset in alignment with where you're going and why you want it. And then going back to what works, at the very top of the list for tips, going back to what works, settle into your mindset of knowing that if I do what works, I get these results. If I do what works, everything's fine. If I do what works, I get back to my low weight. Oh, so I just have to do what works. And then yeah, put in some time. But the more in alignment you can be and believe that your goal weight's already yours, the faster you're going to get from where you are to where you want to go. It's the mindset piece that is the most important piece, and that's what I coach clients on, because that is where everyone's missing link is, because we know what to do. Like you heard me just rattle off a lot of pillars. You know what to do. So then the problem begins, well, why can't I stick to this? Or why does this now feel so depriving when I could do this easily a month or 2 or 3 ago? Why does it now feel like all of these changes are too depriving? It's all about the strategy and how you go about setting up your pillars. I've got a specific method that I use with clients, and if any of you guys are watching that have worked with me before, you know this method works because you can't overload your mindset. You can't do too many things at one time, and if anyone is looking for support in that area, if you know you can do this, you're just looking for that guidance and that direction, and honestly the strategy, definitely click down below, message me on Instagram, and we can chat about the mentorship opportunities. But the mindset is the missing link. It's always gonna be the missing link. You can get a meal plan all day long. You can go to a fitness trainer all day long. You can go to a nutritionist all day long until you tackle the reason why in your mindset you don't believe you could have the thing that you want and that you're working so hard for. You're going to continue to be stuck. So my biggest tip is that you have to believe you can lose the weight. You have to believe you can get back to your goal weight. You have to believe that it can be easy. You have to believe that everything you're doing is working. Because it is, it really is. Your mindset and your subconscious beliefs just try to get in the way, and we don't want that anymore. We really want to have an easy weight loss journey. We want this to be second nature. We don't want it to be all consuming and negative. So in order to do that, you've got to believe, you've got to get into alignment, and that is how I lost 7 pounds in 7 days. I'm now back to my low weight and I'm feeling great, and it just further proves that everything I'm doing, everything I'm helping clients with, it works. So again, if anybody would like some support, let me know. You can message me on Instagram or click down below. But thank you for watching. Let me know any questions that you guys have down in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.